Zdravím všichni na Twitchi, zdravím na YouTube, určitě tady jsem na 5. kolo, Marteen versus Giants, Karmine Corp versus Giants, o to, kdo vypadne z turnaje, takže pozor, tohle je lower, každopádně předpokládám, to bude 2-0 pro KC tuhleto, protože Giants nehráli nic special a Karmine Corp hráli hodně dobře, už je announced. Ukáž Raneros tady na flanku a to je low buy nějaký. Že tohle, co mají GX, tak je prostě low buy. To někdo se mi tady v chatu smál nebo ptal a i někde jsem v rankedu, že co to je low buy. Tak to je to, že typci mají nakoupeno na next prostě, ale některým to vychází, že hrajou pistolku a některým to vychází, i když dělali včera 13 a dneska znova, protože Čína je region, vole, jakože pozadu. Co se děje, kámo, tohle je pick KC a hrajou Jirku. Hrajou Jirku a druhý tým nehraje Jirku. Já jsem teď Jirka main na druhém účtě, takže jsem Jiru fanoušek. TC už jsou na Masters, to už mají dohraný, tak Alešek byl včera smutný. Byl smutný Alešek včera. Já jsem dostal OG video comeback proti Z10 a potom jsem zjistil, že tam nově hraje Alešek. Jak je ten svět malej, kámo. A to je insane, že vám to doporučuje takovýhle videa, chat, který jsou fakt starý, jo. Jako 14 letý Alešek, že vám to doporučí, to je insane. Já nevím, nebyl, no. Ale zkusil. Je to GX, Pick mají to špatně. A ten Bind taky je bláma pálí se, podívej se na to, kámo, co tady se děje za duely. Kámo, tam vykoupal v těch vajnech. Čau, mist. Ha, počkej. Tomasi má malý armory, tuhle ty speciální. A to má kvůli tomu, že mu nevyšli, on neměl peníze na jiný. NT. 25, ale to mě zajímalo, kámo, co mají za armory. A vezm Taky ty regenerating. Chtěl vidět to? No, ale teď jim to moc nepomohlo teda. Teď jim to moc nepomohlo zrovna. Kontakt a short, tam je timing jak svině, čum. Ale tam musí být trade, chlapí. Za mě by tam měl být nějaký trade tady. Ještě jsem koukal na Jinsu stories, ten den, co prohráli Fnatic, tak dala storyčko třeba ve 3 ráno, jak tam sedí furt oba u kompu s Boosterem a Booster tam kouká furt na to vodko, na 3 rána. Pičo, počkej, ale co dál? Teď jenom říkám, ten je tam tak sjel všechny. Hlavně Kajaka a toho, vole, Krešísa. Give him the ace off, Shigetsu's stolen it. There's something, they're not just gonna dry peek it. Surely, they're not... The flash was there, the flash was there. We do love a Mitch Mag burst. It's forever surviving through the many years that Valorant has been around. Anniversary coming up soon, you'll still be there.
30 seconds left.
Again though, with this advantage, already going to see the showstopper. Well, it actually just ends up as a little boost for Sugetsu to get the kill. 20 seconds though. Spike down on the deck. I feel like this round
Elite má tuhle ty armory zas, čum. Actually ty KC tu kupujou. Elite má 2000 cenzí, klidně může koupit další, ale není proč. Všichni hrajou Vandaly stejně taky.
It was never going to go their way. Elite will look to save.
Jo, budu míček.
He's over towards bathroom and he'll be completely out of this engagement.
Yeah, the only goal from west side was
to je jedno, jak máš ten Phantom buff tady zrovna. No právě, že není Jagger. Právě to není jedno. Vždycky dá 140.
This is the round to use it in. Not going to leave anything on the table. Flash gone in, but it's caught by the wall. Blocked off completely.
Takže IMO by bylo lepší hrát full armory, kdyby hráli full fantomy.
The wall broken. And it finds its mark. Avez now removed from the engagement. Sadek though up close has to hold the line, buy them a bit more time, and he does just that already, denying it at every step of the way. KC emerged victorious.
Šílenost.
We'll have to give up the position. GX claims space. Gecko flashback online, nade to clear back site, pushes the lead into the open. Good pickup by Cloud. B site now thinned out a little bit. The herd of the defenders not posing quite the same threat. Purple up top deletes Avez, one of the big players in some of the last rounds, and with low HP on Sagetsu, the advantage clearly sits with the attackers.
Hooka a backside je 28 metrů. Kámo, ale nechodil jsem po bandu s metrem, abych si to naklikával tam všechno.
Still a bit wary on the attack. The players could be coming from behind, and because of that, there's a gap that's been found and exploited. Now runner is all that remains. HP still in his
důležitý, ale...
Dobrý.
Jeden z favoritů na Champions, podle mě vyhraný. Vitality, G2, asi EDG. T1, kámo, T1. T1 jsou jeden z mých favoritů. No podle mě Champions vyhraje ten tým, který bude hrát TH, by the way. Nedělám si prdel.
Avez, I don't think will have his flashback online. I believe that one is gone.
Na té profi scéně to je insane. EU to má malý win rate, ale FNA mi přijde, že jsem viděl každou hru, jak to vyhrá.
Precision from Westside, good for another. This round looked to be locked down, and instead there's a challenger. Westside falls eventually.
Kámo, Westside z Polska. Eastside, Westside.
It's TURNAJI versus the man who replaced him.
Zdravíme, Monk.
No free pickup for him. This is a very difficult fight to win. The smoke perhaps will give an advantage. There's a gap though.
Tohle to je problém.
Maybe hoping that Avez will give him the contact. Their own utility out to try and escape. Maybe giving the game away instead.
Mám Raflatic ticket. Kámo, tohle není finanční poradna, vole. Finanční poradenství, tohle je fandění, vole, týmům.
Even still though, they're being pinched from the back. TURNAJI again. He's been having a phenomenal game. Even still,
je ta kurza. Valorant CSK je dead, nebo jak se to říkalo. To se takhle z toho říkalo, až ožil. Dobrý spoiler, to slyšel.
We've seen play the duelist back in the days of the
Portuguese. To je další věc, kterou mě budeš trápit, ať se toho napiju. Jo, tak. L-boy friend chat. Normálně jí dávám vitamíny a greensy. Dobrý kill.
Cloud will find him, and TURNAJI picks up the flank. Knows there's another here.
Oh, kamo Tomáši, vole, já jsem říkal, že Tomáši, ale loni hrál dobře jak blázen. To bylo extrémně hnus to minule. To bylo tohle. To byl B-komplex, Magnesium.
Take across the line and flying colors for GX, checking in with where they're at. 4 players surviving, economy stabilized.
No, ne, to je uklikl podle mě Urza, je mu to jedno, no.
The attack side, that could be a much more pointed attack. Unless someone like Sadek's going to throw down a wall to stop them.
Fortnite dobrý základ pro Valorant.
The fact that they were 5-1 down. And even here, just 2 rounds ago, KC
Magnesko je bička. Musí být. Muselo být Magnesko. Jo, dost tlačí, kámo.
Sold him down the river a little bit. But now the opportunity to claim an extra position, use that flash and pop out for another. Even going on to the
shorty for a
third. Angry wanting to get that space so quickly.
Pamatuju, že to byl poprvé.
Oh, despite being flashed up, the kill's not connected, but Marteen still delivers.
Shit, není to žádná malířská barva, žádný barvy to nejsou, OK?
Foothold on the A side. There's not much else to say, you think, but Marteen An aggressive peek up top, grabs a kill as a result. Spike goes down nonetheless. A 3v3 retake. And look at KC. They're not making
Není to pura videa, není to vítek cestopis. Ultinka, ukáž? Ne. Kámo, to ne.
Catching west side as GX realize they need to reset, fall back and run this clock down further. They will not wait.
Jste je blíče s tím kratomem, fakt. I'm sorry Twitch, I'm sorry, this is not kratom, this is Medmon Greens. It's vitamins.
Needs to run. He needs to run now. He'll get the kill, but that spike is hot on his heels. Not quite gonna make it out.
Into the round, so the pace change impactful. The economy of KC almost immediately destroyed.
I'm being the flow.
I felt like last few rounds he's been on a mission. He wants to find those early fights.
Oh!
That's exactly what he gets again.
Ne, takhle ne.
KC is dead.
Marteen's absolutely fuming.
Viper
I
Juicy.
do cast my eye down the west side and see that he has his ultimate, the Viper's Pit, but also an outlaw. I'm assuming there's some sort of a shorty. Yeah, no, it should, well, certainly should.
Dávid si reflex, na to pozor, no. Ahoj Barum, na to pozor, Medmonk. Neměli jste někdy problém, Medmonk, s tím, že si to jakoby lidi nebo sociální sítě nebo takhle překládali jako do věcí, které to nejsou. Viděli jste ten suck by the way, ty deadlock, to je insane. Ten nejlepší suck podle mě in the game. Byl to suck na celý lampy dovnitř i ven. Joj, počkej, 2v3. Duša na YouTube měl problém s pilulkama. Já taky neukazuju na YouTube jako tu pilulku. Nesmí ukazovat pilulky. Ale Greens něco jiného, že jo? Wasabi araší, ta šňupala tam wasabi. To už se k tomu dostává, podle mě. Kámo, co se děje? Nám jsou tady bortí, nám jsou tady bortí. That arc rose isn't going to be activated anytime soon without a lead around. That stun isn't going to be capitalized on without a player there to fight. And even then the flank is being Green zvuku doporučuji. No to není příjemné, ale je to nezapomenutelný zážitek. Je takhle. To je vaše vstupní ta, jo? Vstupní prohlídka. A jsme doma, nic tam nezůstalo, kámo. Nikde nic. Nový Greens.
Still, nobody spotted there is one
very nice.
Claim, and he has fired into the dark. A game of battleships. It's Purpo to sink Sugetsu. GX, man advantage, Thrash and Vipers for the post blind. Cloud online with a kill onto Elite. It goes from
musí kámo uvařit něco.
They're looking to try and find something. With the annihilation, the spam through onto the ult has worked.
To je škoda, že nenašli tu Viper, kámo.
The attack though. Still have ults of their own. The Viper's pit down. The Thrash is hunting within it.
It caught Avez.
And actually, it's gone a little bit more problematic. That Viper's pit now down.
Double flash, kámo, ten je insane, no.
They need to move on the other side. It's from Runner and Tomazi holding that line, and Marteen is definitely low. They will hold on.
Ty kola nevypadají low elo, actually. Tak k tomu, ale jakože jsme v pohodě. A vyhráli jsme spolu Twitch Rivals, kámo. 4 roky dozadu.
Perhaps to the A side. There's 4 players here. If they get the picks, that may set their mind for them. Ingo to grab.
Huge, kámo, vidíš? Jak jsem řekl, 14-12.
The damage done. Sadik and Marteen following with him.
30 seconds left.
And now GX. And they've got credits. Not like they have to save, but 20 seconds on the clock.
Tak uvidím, Mermok, dal jsem to úplně na lašu, dneska jsem neměl vůbec nic skillu ještě. Jsem testovaný subjekt. Čau Aleši, jdeš na mic? Od doby, co si koupil ty světla, nemáme až to jediný chytrý světla? Já jsem je koupil všechny už, no, jak mám tolik. Ty pičo, nice. Insane combo. Insane combo.
Well, OT is almost looking likely at this stage. A 2 versus
Ale co máš ty vsazenýho
kicked off this match.
v Robloxu?
Do you think they have enough util to stop Westside?
Honestly, maybe not. I've seen this man get hit by a rolling thunder and simultaneously a stun and clutch a 1 versus 2. So, utility, everybody knows. Stuns are just cosmetic.
Jumping out of hookah, stunned and flashed.
Yeah, it's cosmetic.
All right, well, I know.
Wow.
You're gonna have someone claim it is elite. Won't have the chance to take that fight though.
Jako času mají hrozně moc ještě, kámo, si jebe vtrně strašně moc ještě.
Drop down, it's gonna be picked up by Westside. 30 seconds on the clock.
Jo, Martíneček, špil dom.
KC have got all the angles though. Spawn, elbow.
Každý z nich má 1v2, každý z nich má 1v2, kámo, z těch giantů. No takhle, 2v1 mají KC. 2v1, kámo. Dobrý stun. 3v1, basically. OK. Jsem říkal, to bylo jako těsný, a taky ne. Jako jeden, je tier 1, no. Ne, kamo, dobrý trade.
Utility is faded. The Toxin's no longer there. The flash forces Cloud off the angle. They're dealing well.
NPC dres na zdi. Kámo. To má symboliku svoji, to je symbolika, Pablo, vole. A počkej, kde mám symbolický svíčky do píči, ty to potom musím zapálit. Říkal jsem 2-0. Říkal jsem 2-0.
To give him the opportunities here, at least one.
Ano, že jsou teďko, ne že jsou kompletně pověšený, ale že jsou teďko pověšený prostě. To je můj dres. A jdu zapálit svíčky pro Giants a pro ten dres. Je to moje rutina, že vstanu a předložím to vejpu, volem. Ale jsem pyšnej, jo, ale. Ale tam je vždycky Barter. Tohle je můj oltář do píči, tohle je můj Valorant oltář, chápeš? Gecko, Aziz, Neonka, už taky, chápeš, svíčku jsem jí zapálil. Počkej. Ne, kámo, nechci druhý overtime. Luci tady dělá z toho kamaráde psí boudu. Ale i tak to plně vždycky, plně to taky vždycky ustelem. Oj! Oj! Kámo, jestli někdo má vyhrát tu druhovéničku, to je elite, kámo, turecká síla. No jasně, vole. Fake flash. Turecká síla. Říkal jsem 2-0. Tak. Back to the game. Druhá mapa. Karmine Corp bez problémů dokončili první mapu. Jdou na druhou. Lotusek, ale nerad tady vidím toho Harbora, kámo. Oh. Jak za mladá. Jak za mladá. Kdy hraje XQC Valorant? Kde je XQC? Kde je XQC? Purpo? Ámo. Že je vyperoxidovaný neznamená, že je XQC, ne? Oh. Pozor. Opatrně. Přesně tak, Katie, přesně tak. Tak jako jmenuji se Marteen, byl XQC, jo. Nice. Kašlu, mám hlasitost, malou hlasitost mám. Jo, ale ty jsou ostří, ty chlapi, Westside ostrej. GG vesničení s objednáváním jídla. No já jsem bydlel, kámo, na vesnici, kde bylo 120 lidí. Tam ani jako časoká elektřina nešla. Tam elektřina nešla, ale na tož to je Vašková služba. Slníku dík za follow. Ale když byla bouřka, kámo, tak padala elektřina po každý. Takže přes léto, kámo, to bylo jednou týdně.
It's only the second round, but these teams playing with elimination in the back of their mind.
Lotus nudnej, ne, to je 3-sitová mapa, kamo, to nemůže být nudný. To je furt dějou jiný věci. To ten bind je horší. Vidíš teleport za smoke? By the way, my jsme prohráli proti Eku. Nekoupil teď teda. Ježiši. Ježiši. To už mohlo být dávno plentnuto. Proč nehodí tu bombu přesto? Proč nepřehodili tu bombu přesto? No, asi jednou to neplentli, ale... No way! No way!
Already, Sugetsu picked off Elite the same, looking like a clean retake with a little bit of extra
A Meskin, wow!
They're going to try and bypass it. Really solid hold.
Co dělá Marteen?
Huge economic advantage for it as well. Being able to retrieve some of
Má shorty? Musí mít shorty v kapse, podle mě. Já, jakožto novodobý Yorumain, si vždycky kupuji shorty, když ultím, vždycky. Asi nebyly peníze. Ale kupuje ty armory furt. Oh. Jako Sugetsu byl tím dost potichu, kámo, mohl by to... Dá kill, tak ultíme. Oh. Ty pískle. Některý ty šoty jsou fakt nechutný, některý jsou výsledné, některý jsou bláznoviny. Tohle je dobrý, tohle jsem dělal taky z Viper akorát. To jsem dělal z Viper a tam si mohl umřít, no, tady nemůžeš umřít. Oh.
They're winning against the pistols now, but one rifle's being retrieved. The potential for damage is there. Avez is the one with the big weapon in his hand, but for now, that Viper wall was denied.
To jsou taky killy navíc, kámo, všechno, to je insane.
A reset in this situation gives them a chance to dent the GX economy.
Avez has been clean with it. I think he's got to be up there with the headshot percentage.
Oh.
That's going to be quite...
30 seconds
Already
left.
looking a little troublesome, having to dance and dodge. The flash is good, but still alive is West Side, and he's got support from Runner. Runner's the one to do the majority of the damage, but Sugetsu's caught him.
Měl názor. To neměl názor.
Hasn't been able to be found. This is now much more of a...
Já bych chtěl vidět hard rate, kámo, kolik kámo mu stoupl.
They heard the shrouded step too. They're worried about Sugetsu. He could be in the spawn. They've cleared at least closed boxes. Now they found him. But he's got two teammates with him. No easy fight for the side of GX.
To musí být KC kolo, tohle musí, vole. Musí.
Nice fight by Purpo though. He drops a lead. There's still a chance. They know exactly where TURNAJI is. A brave attempt to jump up top. Both players staring at him. This is a death-defying stunt if he gets away with it. With time ticking down, he has to make a move. The
spoiler tam byl. Nebo to máš špatně nastavený. Ale nesmíš teda někde někam.
Purpo emerges and comes out a second time. Every time he's missing the cavalry until he's trapped behind that wall. KC.
Hezky říkám, nechápu lidi strkou spánek, no já bych chtěl svůj spánek, že jo. Vědět hlavně jak je klidnej, neklidnej, jak moc... RM fází jsem prošel, nebo... Oh.
And they could take the lead further. And so just pointing out what they have, how to maybe avoid or adapt, or what they're going to do.
Zajímavý Mike, zajímavý.
It seems like both teams have had the same idea. An early battle towards that C site. A lot of utility.
Čau Sharkin, o... Ultra Human Ring nebo Aura Ring. Tu je těch věcech. Oh.
Yeah, it was a good attempt to use these players deafened up to TP in behind.
Cloud má 12-4 by the way, proto je v názvu. Dá Ace, kámo. I za tohle si vysloužil místo v názvu, ale...
And now you look at, wow, it is a stinker of a buy coming through for Karmine Corp. They have got one ultimate, they have got themselves pistols and a single stinger. If they win this one, I'll be impressed.
Onta's there for good information. So KC getting a little ahead of themselves though, caught lined up inside the smoke by TURNAJI. GX have a huge advantage with players already rotated in. The pistols in play for KC, not finding their mark. It's only Purple who's gone down. Cloud, we talked about his ultimate. Doesn't quite get it online. The three-piece instead is TURNAJI's.
Čili, jsem o tom mluvil. Než by to teďko nějak pomáhalo. A hraje hrajem.
And if they get aggression, they'll be ready for it. But they've just moved out of position as Purpo stepped up. Luckily for them, they went back to check it just in time. A shift to the A site. Although, despite the fact TURNAJI's gone down, Rubble is still under GX's control.
Abo mají prostě víc nákupů díky tomu, no. No, dobrý výser. Kámo, ostrý nějaký jsou ty Giants. Náramek, kámo. Takový ten náramek s tím šedým zlatým stříbrným středem, kámo. Který odrážel radiaci od tebe. Ten jsem měl jak malej.
Reckoning is used as salt in the wounds, keeping these players back from any form of re-aggression on the C site.
To jsme nosili furt, kámo, jak malý. I nároveň celý oprostřed jakou šedou pičovinu. Odhánělo alieny, kámo. Perášek na hlavu, co tady. Alešek potom máš dojde, jak musíme probrat prášky na spaní. On je bral jen tak a půl roku pak nemohl spát. Nespal na random úplně.
There is another player behind him that he has to be wary of. Sugetsu is lurking in the darkness, and he's 7-4 down with big rounds in the last couple.
Vkusnej docela. Oh.
Recovered by Marteen. Huge play, but he's got players behind him. Sugetsu's covering. The door will close. The opportunity no longer there for
6-7k ročně.
2 versus 4. We talked about a lot of ultimates that this squad had. They used their showstopper last round.
Náramek je zdarma.
is just now using the From the Shadows and a Viper's Pit online for Westside.
Prosím.
Last round of the half. You're going to put it into play, but with a minute 5, even putting
Nikdo ti nedá nic zdarma jen tak
na
navadej, ne?
But once it's planted, and it's a different game.
Jak vypadá to, ale zvláštně. Dožím si ultry. To je ultry. Jako ultra human. O tom jsme se bavili taky, kámo. To jenom bude dobrý. Je hodinky k iPhoneu. Ne, nemám tolik nastudovaný chat, ale jakože, co se mi fakt líbí, jsou ty prstínky. Jakože i vzhledově. Ale nekoupím si jako prstiny za 10 kvůli vzhledu, samozřejmě. Já nejsem Alešek s diamantovýma náušnicama, ale... Mě třeba baví ten prstínek na spavní. Já si nedovedu představit, že budu spát s hodinkama na ruce nebo něco, ale ten prstínek úplně nadšil, kdybych ho neměl, podle mě. Jako Kilos, long time no see, ahoj Lukaso. Trochu teda mé papání. Papání. Jako ne zase obří ten prstínek, jsem viděl, to je jako mastodonský prsten. Bageta, ne. Make their way in for the plant, and the thing is, they can still look to use some of that extra utility in the post plant. TURNAJI still having himself that paranoia could be massive. Dneska Pizza Hut, kamaráde. The wall has just been put into play as well.
It's down that little laneway.
Tam má nějaký nový nabídky. Teď jsi to dojedl? Já stojně jsem si nedal dneska zrovna. Ale taky nebych se jedal taky, ale. Já teda nějaký pečivo, ještě bych to nedožral. Počkej, ale Karmine Corp, kamaráde, Marteenos. Lock in. We lock in. Okay, we don't lock in, we don't lock in. We don't lock in. Dobrý, už se nedívám zas.
And in fact, it's Elite now under some serious pressure. Now he can sort of sit back behind this wall and hope that.
Lotar je boss, to nebylo dobrý od Elita vůbec tohle.
And in fact, the players looking to come in through B have been wrecked in the meantime. This is looking like an incredibly clean round, not one where your opponents are having.
Chlapi, možná přehodnocuju svoje analýzy. Bude to 2-1 pro.
Set them up wonderfully to get all the information on the retake instead. For now, it's looking like a 5v5 post plan.
Cloud's going to be a key player. They're all looking at this.
Tohle je klíčový kolo, jak by řekl klobása, volem.
Cloud's opportunity, but he's already fired. He's given away his position. No element of surprise, hoping to help out, but hasn't been the hurt.
Nemáme ještě jednou utilitu. Rivírek máme.
More and more by the second. Tamazi won't get anything. His foothold now removed. It's all
Aves zachránil. Tracy spod Bazilikanka, no. Hej, bej, Rickou, baby. I makový, kámo. Nevím proč, ale vzadu hlavice mi něco říká, že kámo NA týmy by je úplně vymrskali totálně s těma težama, ale nevím proč, myslím si to, kámo, ten tež ho tady, kámo, ho nehrát je prostě, nebo overall ho nehrát je škoda, protože ani ty enemy týmy nemají protokoly proti tomu težovi, že jo. A když se naučíš svoje protokoly s ním, tak budeš mít strašně navrch. Ale zase je teda podle mě píčovi nedávat alfajera na tež a to radši, kámo, si ho nechte. Instead, he's walkabouts and Elite is still waiting. Not quite quick enough on the trigger though, and that's going to allow the side of GX to regroup, get the plant, and in fact, I'm wrong, not regrouping, staying aggressive. Aggressive.
Clouds earn up.
Už mi jde jídlo, už mi jde jídlo.
Already the reckoning is going to reveal.
To je unlucky ta ultina. On byl lever, ale... Dobrý deal je od West Sidea. East side, west side. Tady musí vyhrát. Ten reveal bude bolet, ale tam je fade reveal. Čas. What? To bylo skoro unusable. Kdyby zahrál ten sak jak tapne, kdyby... To je instant live mapa, tam že vidíš, kde to auto je. Brba. Mám Čechy, kámo, nepůjde ty Čechové.
This is something GX are ready for with all these numbers still in play. West side. Oh, he's been spotted. What a shot by Sagetsu. A beautiful correction. And the ult's used to reposition. He'll go to his teammate. Now look for this. Two players on one angle and one coming in up top. It's not going to be the easiest because GX have already taken this into group setup. Pushed in together. 4 players now on site. Big swings coming through and trades.
Lead extended again, and look at the economy already.
The ult economy as well, stacked up so heavily in GX's favor. They have all these safety nets to fall back in, and they don't need any of them. Dominance in the opening fight, a big stack up from KC, an attempt to take the fight to GX. Well, they took it to them, and then they gave it to them as well. As the round seems to be set in stone for 12-7 for 5 consecutive rounds for KC being the... Just about to round the corner, runner's gonna get... Oh, right. Okay. Trouble successfully, KC not looking to get aggressive there. And the assumption from GX, and I like this, is that there'll be aggression elsewhere. They look for it on C. There it is.
Já doufám, že... Počkej, ale počkej, tady comeback.
Made it out. And yeah, 5 HP on west side.
That's ridiculous.
Jdeme jíst.
That was almost... I was looking at it on the map like they might line up, but it's unusual. You see that much damage from a single shot of a sheriff. One of the only ways they were going to come back into this round was off individual brilliance. Aves having that ult, But there's still plenty to play with
Oni tam měli
for the
být
side
ještě
of GX.
hranolky, vole.
So looking at the position
No
of Sadak,
nic,
this
kámo.
close corner, a judge, it could be deadly.
Já se podívám
Oh,
na tu.
this could be massive, especially with the first player isolated by that wall. Here comes the step up, the walk through, and
Klasika, vole.
and ready is Sadak.
A my tady vyhráváme, vole, s Judgem.
Looking for the full house, there were plenty more to pick
Čím víc na
up,
to
but
soustředím, tím víc
okay,
vyhrávají, kámo.
Cloud survives a moment longer. Had his head ripped off with a bit of a shallow TP. Nice stuff from Sadak.
Regen shield as well.
Right back up to 25, 125 that is, with 4
Díky,
rounds
díky.
left to go, an opening pick.
Chat, actually, beru to zpátky. Je to 2-0 pro KC a tohle je comeback.
Maybe the showstopper's on its way.
That's the thing, they've had them a while now. I've been waiting for the moment where they're finally going to be utilized. Maybe just use for the late round instead. Steel Garden, taking away the weapons, throwing a showstopper. But Reckoning could be perfect here. Chance to clear out a lot of those backlines.
Čeho jsem někdy
Reveal
říkal
every single
o
player in their tracks. Exactly what he's going to do.
definici nejlepšího kuchaře.
Just trying to delay them while this ult is
Dobrý
active.
delay, kámo, ale to nesmím defuznout, vole. Já jsem lidi na prdel, že ani to nesmím defuznout. GG, no way. No way.
And Sagetsu will group up with him, but the time is ticking and they need to move fast.
Done.
It's already too late, especially with 3 players left. GX have bought themselves a
Nevadí.
third map. Elimination will come down to Fracture.
Fracture, kámo. Prosím, ať aspoň jeden tým hraje to OTH. Vyhrál. Mají krásný komp. Takže jedem. Marteenovo, nádhera, Aves, Teho, nádhera, Breach a Teho dohromady, nádhera. Cypher na overrotate, nádhera. Kámo, tohle je prostě cinema. Moje predikce je 13-4 pro Karmine.
Their game plan is going to be something that we study as these rounds go on. Problem is, you get to anti-strat them on a lot of other maps.
Nechte Slováky, jsou moji
When it comes to
kamarádi.
Fracture, you're showing what Ang's been cooking behind the scenes, and with a Tejo already on the board, I'm terrified for what GX are going to be coming up against.
Posílám
They were already
bara.
unbind. They knew what they were going to be facing. They had adaptations. A little bit
Doma
more
si hraje
difficult
hodně
for you
dobře,
when you
no.
come in blind. Nice kill by Tamazi though. Pistol's not gone just yet.
No, he's done well. And definitely had high impact rounds. This won't be one of them though. Immediately reduced to ashes. Trying to be proactive are those remaining players, and they are being picked
Ostros.
apart all onto Runner, and he is stuck on the site with utility coming his way. It will be the pistol round again coming up.
Pojď,
for
pojď,
KC.
jdem.
And I kind of want to touch on what you were saying, because I think that when you look at where KC thrived last year, again,
Well, instead, they have 3 pistols.
Tohle znám.
they're fighting
Viděl
well.
se to, vypadalo jako
More
penis.
always than one. If they can get it, great. If not,
Všechny dobrý setupy
Marteen can get a kill,
z tehem
that is the
vypadají
leverage
jako
left online, and that could be one of the ways that
penis,
they
tohle
managed
má,
to
no.
pad the gap in this round.
Brimstone.
Also, we're seeing that
A
sort
to.
of top side push at the same time to at least garner a little bit of extra control while being pressured. But I like the fact that GX have sort of grouped up. They're taking it nice and slow. You know that there's some weaknesses here, so you don't want to get too over-aggressive.
Sadak,
Co dělá?
there's a chance there. The player in the air.
Tam běhá s pistolkou za ním.
2 rifles rotating in, caught behind the smokes for now, or 1 caught down below. It is going to be a slower approach. In goes the decoy. In
Zkusil.
goes the flash. West side's pushed back. Rifle is the one leading the charge here. It's Marteen up close.
Oh,
but he's
dobrý
caught.
crossfire.
Tamazi had a perfect spot. That rifle down in the open, no longer a concern. And the only man who was armed to the teeth, other than Marteen, was Elite.
Oni individuálně hrajou dobře jak Strategy Giants. Čí kvalitě,
As they have
jak
that
jsou
rolling
custom,
thunder
vole, na
with.
ruštinu.
The question will be, is it immediate TP out?
Je to
I wonder if
possibilita.
it might be. Oh no,
Jo.
quick enough.
A ten font jako je
Marteen going to
ten
get ahead of
main
it. He can have a
reason,
game
no.
crash, but it doesn't matter now.
They've rotated so quickly because of this Cypher setup over on the A side. Has full control. 4 players there early. It's a good job they got that util
Darty
down
není
because they're
kámoš?
still present on this side of the map.
Co seš Cardiva rádo semívá, se říká.
Lucky to be alive, 15 HP, recovered the spike, but he's back out in the south side. He's in B main now. So there's no way to get on site, there's no way to plant it, and this guy doesn't want to go dry swinging, no utility, and just hope that one stray bullet doesn't take him down. But instead, he's sending it in the other direction, where he'll either have to open the door, alerting them early, walk through the tripwire, which could even lead to his
Dres,
death,
nebudeš tomu věřit,
walk
ale
straight into it, or at least
oni mají A a B taky.
on top, caught off guard, they didn't go all
Počkej,
the way.
počkej,
Two quick picks
počkej.
for GX, and all of a sudden,
Jak prohráváme?
this difficult round is
Podsedák to nemůže vyhrát, kámo.
with Purpo so low. If Sadek can get
Jestli je starý jak oni dva dohromady, vole, to je v piči.
Purpo's not giving him an opportunity.
Nebo?
Just hiding, waiting for
jako informace má.
Perfectly played so far, and it's Sadek who needs
Ty vole, to je hnus.
finds a rocket to the face.
Pardon.
That's an insurance policy the GX were.
Breachu by ho dělal takhle ven, fakt?
Pistols and
Aha, tak to je insane, tak to je jak unlucky. No čum, je insane jako si uvědomit ty pičo, nice shot. Že, kámo, ten tým, co jako prohraje, tak na 2 měsíce zase, kámo, vykřičník vanish. To je crazy.
KC to overwhelm GX. The numbers heavily favoring the other side, and really the question is, can Elite make this costly? He drops one, but that's not quite going to do it.
Takže ty koučové jakoby mají oprávněný nervy. Takže to main, co dostane ten kouč, jsou ty peníze asi, no.
Salvo came back on. Already early trades and well, Aves maybe caught in no man's land. There's been a couple of moments where I wonder if his own kid is becoming a burden. Sugetsu so close.
Ale ostro tady. Ten molotov, kdyby ho upálil, jak se posral.
Now Tomazi left with just 7 HP. Info of where he is, and he has to go sprinting. He's trying to bait these.
Jestli tohle Tomasi vyhraje, tak Aleš jako oficiálně ukáže na streamu. Sadak to hodně nechce prohrát. Když to přirovnali, kdyby Angel se na to vysral, když vyhrál ty Masters, a potom se na to vysral a potom vyšel koučovat, tak by to byl taky jako solidní respekt k němu. Takhle už je to horší, no. Ten Purpo je hrozně ostrý s tím skinem, ale jebe ti.
Putting it back to an even scenario, Purpo looks for more, isolating the fights. It's getting a little bit spooky, but the cosmic divide will stop.
Vyhrala všechno v CSku s holkama.
It's GX that have to push
Okay.
Gonna wait at least for the moment. Cloud may opt to try and reclaim a little bit of control, but the worry as well is that he's just lost his haunt. It's just been utilized. Doesn't have any prowlers, so it just had to be.
Frick, zkusil bych zapnout ty věci, co ti píšou, že ti nejdou.
Given the space to take the peak, and actually Cloud ends up winning it, and then Sugetsu facing the wrong way goes down. It's left onto the leader himself, but with 8 HP there is no hope. Still the advantage.
A Boma tady vozil v kočárku, to vychází, jak všude tohle reálně to vychází. O počkej, ale počkej. Nejhorší ultinu, jako mohl dát, co ti jebe. Proč ji nedal obráceně a směrem k tomu mainu? A na kom byl to s těma raketama? No díky bohu Marteen to kolo vyhraje, vole, ale...
And the site cleared, both players spotted. Massive information to play with. Decoy ready. Fired out, but they know he's still in his ult. Waiting for him to make the play. He's up top. He's being spotted. Cloud's looking for the kill, but this player's on their way. Straight forward. That runner is concerned with Cloud picking
not
up
like
the
this.
Leaves Sugetsu
not
alone.
Like this.
This was looking winnable. They had the info. They had the numbers, but they will not find the kills as time ticks away. Sugetsu is just caught spinning back and forth between the angles, hoping to catch a kill.
As well to potentially do more, but look how far they pushed up already. They're gonna force him back into position, but he still hits the
Já ji hraju, kámo.
That's against Purpo as well. He was 14-4, now 14-5. Extra death to the tally. Lockdown comes into play though, and that puts too much pressure on. They have to try to back out. Sugetsu gets caught in the process, and a couple more get detained. 3. In fact, the push is on. It's only Aves to defend. If he went down this round, it was done. There could be a chance. Even still.
That could be their undoing.
Dronísek? Informace?
No, only the one spotted, but the stun goes through nonetheless. Cloud holding the line, and the trades go in their favor. Keeps them even for now.
Co je, kámo?
Although Aves is, the guided salvo is good, but runner hasn't moved. He already had that ideal position. Beautiful stance, great execution. Despite a good try by Marteen, even if he hits that shot.
Cloud is more than capitalized.
Jeden zápas, no ještě 3 zápasy jsou, ale to nefitnu chlapi, já musím spát dneska, ale... Jo, čum na to, kámo, ADHD, Senska.
As a friend with him, Sadek, one flash. ready to be deployed. They've lost Aves. The op now spotted. Flash. It's gone through. Sadic's fired. A big swing comes in, but Sadic is caught off. The flash not enough to get past that orbital strike. Later on, Marteen steps in.
Nemá tak velkou sensku, no mrská tím hodně, no. Má rychlou myšku, rychlý mousepad. Mousepad a myška dělá taky hrozně moc.
There's no way that KC can get on that spike in time, not without major misplays. They've made that read. Marteen might just want to say.
No, 4 jsem taky hrával kdysi. Super lightkou. Jak je mousepad, to nevím, ale to vidíš, že má rychlej, jakože chápeš. Myslím obecně. Dvě hodiny proti Eku, no tak furt to je kolo, vole. To neviděli, či já to potom pustím. Nekoukám se na 4, koukám se na Alkana. Čas od času. Nejsou to speedpady? Nevím, co jsou control pady úplně, ale... Jak to měl klobása 640, to nevypadlo, že to je moc tlustý, vole. Joj. Ale super lightku má určitě, kámo. To jako s mojí myškou tuhle to neudělám. It would have to be an utter miracle. In fact, he is completely trapped with the entirety. A lot of what he has. Kdyby ten, co dělal písničku se mnou, se říká ne. After what has been a hit after a hit, both teams now set up with a solid attempt at B.
Yeah, big rotation from KC. Aves used his stealth drone to clear a main. Now he's here, ready to help.
To už bude hodně let, kámo. 5-7 plus. Huge kill. Co ti jebe, to je tak trapný, ty vole. To je tak trapný, kámo.
Especially not when there's two of them up that close. Sadic and Marteen. Sadic make that all by his lonesome. 3 players to drop. Spike planted safe. No chance.
Kámo, jsme prohráli s tou bridge ultinou, prostě na to, že mají shortiny.
From this point, it is looking a bit unwinnable. It's looking like an 8-4 half. Not a death sentence for KC.
Sadek 1v3, kámo, to jsi neviděl ještě. Karmine Corp. Jo. Elite. Je back. Smutný promat auto ve fonku. Jo, je to hajzl, kámo. Jak si to může dovolit, kámo? Nice, we are so back. To bylo sexy. Os. Oh! Marteen jde do montáže dneska, prej. Vyhraný bonus. To je dobrý shit, Luci. Ukáž? Šušmecu. Klid. Má 5 životů, kámo. Máme rakety jak piča. Jump speak. On posral kameru, viděli jste to, on posral kameru. Jo, ne asi, kámo. Ne asi, vole. Mom can be by Kang, vole. Co těbe? Že to může říct, kámo, ten caster, to je halus.
They get aggressive and then pump the brakes. Move back in the other direction and gamble. I like this play. We saw it a couple times not work in the first half and in the previous map, but they have made the right call.
That you better angle, boy.
I think KC have been very happy to go back and forth across the map if they run into too much resistance. I also wonder if maybe Sugetsu's Cosmic Divide will be used to...
Co ti jebe, Pablito, stejno na tebe našel nějakou špínu. Marek, jdi za follow. Kolik máte, že dron životů? 42.
have to feel like he's in a little bit of trouble here, but yet to really have that proper move onto him with all the utility just spamming.
To je čistka, kámo.
Sada currently spike holder. We're looking at a likely play to the A site through this heavy traffic, and then the Rolling Thunder online afterwards for the post plant. They need to get there first.
Kámo, tam nebude místo, kde zahrát na tom sajtu. Přísahám, že na tom sajtu nezbyde místo, kde si budou moct zahrát. Astra Ultina, Stary, rakety a hotovo. Tak. Hovno, zjistilo tam místo. L execute, L execute, L execute. Ano, to jsou dva koučové. Asistent kouče, to je druhý vždycky. Asistenta kouče ještě tam bývá někdy. Takzvaný utěrač klik. Který ty mi to mají takto udělaný.
This was a full south side push. The perfect round for KC to try something like this, at least from the GX perspective. And with late flank coming in from Cloud, way up north side, they seem to have this one tied up in a bow. KC need to find some space of their own.
Ty ultiny se mi nelíbí moc. Tohle už je lepší, ale... Ale to takový...
Was on orb collection duty, gone all across the map to get this one online, stunned through to give him that opportunity, and while that is Cloud completely isolated, Orbiter strike.
Kámo, FPS hra.
He didn't want to peek back in, he knew that they'd be watching, and now the lockdown is
Co budou dělat, kámo, ty? Tohle budou dělat. Kámo, dělal tu raketu, že nikoho neeliminoval. What? Co udělal Sadak s nima? Ale jako nabídnu si klidně tady 4. OK. OK, ty prase.
This is an annoying thing to run into at all. Oh, okay. He got Tavis. Thought it was purple. Yeah, it was runner.
Ty go hitl podle mě tím vypem. Sadak se nasral, vole. A už se posrali. Trošku. Ukáž. Ty prase, ty točíš. Jo, sushi. Ten má duo z Loka.
KC do manage to set foot on that site. Might be the beginning of the end for them. So much reliance here on Marteen.
To je musíme nikam psí koule prostě. 4v3, kámo, musí zahrát Marteen.
And now the Rolling Thunder. Yeah, it seems almost a little bit irrelevant when you don't know where these players currently are. Maybe trying to force them back off the site, but they are already off the site. Yeah, the gate crash got them that quick reposition, but
Marteen musí, kámo.
The speedy approach.
Sugetsu musí.
Triple on the board. It's Sugetsu who has to clutch it out again. The defuse underway.
Runner daleko 4, kámo. Breach versus Breach.
Rolling Thunder this time. He is not in the right place at the right time.
Dobrá counter-util hrozně od těch GX, kámo. A až ta fejtka pušla ten, když on dělá to, co dělám já, že ta fejtka dělá to, co dělám já, ne, ona pušuje, když prostě po utilitě. To je nejvíc OP strata ever, vole. Jo, to bylo strašně přečtený, to bylo hlavně přečtený. To bylo strašně přečten tohle kolo. Je to kick-off, no. Kick-off ale mě nemůžou ani ještě jim zrušit kontrakt. Ale kde má kamarády? Kde měl kamarády nějaký? On tam je bez kamarádů. No way, kámo. No way. Not like this, kámo. 20 vteřin. Fantomy, vole. GG. No way.